Hello, my friends, and welcome back as we are here to start a new campaign in Old World Blues. And for where we are going today, it's on the West Coast, so I did not start a campaign with all of the East Coast stuff. I just figured to run smoother, and we don't really need it. Not to have it running for now because yes, we are staying in the West Coast. And the faction we are playing is because I want to give a special shout out to Buck Wild. Thank you as being one of my biggest supporters. I thank you very much. And so he had been asking for this, so that's where we are going to go. And that is here to the Mirelurk Tribe. So I'm very excited about that. All the way right along the coast of the Pacific Ocean. Got several factions around it. Let's take a look at exactly what we're working with. Our leader is Mirelurk, I guess that's how you say it. With the trait of insatiable hunger, which means weekly manpower -7. I don't typically like anything that reduces manpower, right? Also the trait monster from the depths. Division recovery rate +10 and stability +10%. Always love stability. Mirelurk is the great god of the Mirelurk Tribe, a tribe of wastelanders who worship and work alongside Mirelurks in their swampy home. Mirelurk's hunger is without equal in the wasteland, needing a single sacrifice every single day. The Coral Court, a group of oracles, serve as both the protectors of and the executors of Mirelurk's will. Okay, well, very interesting. I guess here we can look at those after we hit start. So let's go ahead and hit start so we can really get into what exactly we are looking at. All right, here we are. So let's click our icon, take a look at our national spirits. We have the Coral Court, recruitable population factor of 20%. Heck yes. Stability 10%, encryption 10%, daily elite support 0.05. The Coral Court are a group of oracles, prophets, and priests who tend to and protect Mirelurk from outside threats. They, in all respects, guide the fate of the Mirelurk tribe and its destiny. The apostles of the Ruddy Man were deemed as heretics by the Coral Court when they would not uphold to their beliefs. Thus, they were banished to the south. So the Ruddy Man, is that the apostles perhaps down here? Prophet Vadim, no? Don't see anything about that. Not sure. And then also we have 500 eggs. Mirelurk's current clutch of eggs. They move around inside sometimes. They must be close to hatching. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. What do they do? I have not played this, okay? I have not pre-ran Mirelurk Tribe in any way, so this will be totally new to me. So the Elites is already our current ruling faction, so 100% is our popularity, so very cool. All right. Also, if we have any new folks here, which I hope you're here, and if you enjoy this at all, I hope you please consider subscribing, of course, to continue to follow along. But if you are new, I will read out most of the focuses, a lot of the story and all of that. I'm not sure how much story the Mirelurk Tribe has, or if it's more generic, or if it has anything fleshed out. But I will generally read a pretty good portion of that, so keep that in mind. I hope you'll enjoy that and follow along. So let's start with some of our stuff up here. So research slots. Okay, we do have 3. I'm going to, try and stick with our normals, but I do see we do have a tribal. So we must be tribal along with our Mirelurk. So I don't think we've done any of this. So tribal really, you get some extra stuff, it appears. Is there anything that helps with our Mirelurk tribes, our Mirelurks at all? Not really seeing a lot of this at the moment. I guess, well, for now, let's go to industry. All right, so we have almost all of the first level of industry already researched. That's nice. But let's get resource production. Let's get improvised tools. And work as needed. Alright, so we got those 3 going. Also, alright, so some civilian factories. How many do we even have? We have 1. I guess we'll put it on our capital. So our capital city is Crowlands, with only 2,500 population, so not very much. Even though Culp Creek actually has 8,500. So interesting how our capital state is actually much less in population than Culp Creek. But this one actually has 2 towns in it, so go figure. So where do we want to put our civilian factory? A lot more water over here in Crowlands, but Culp Creek actually gets some metal. But we'll start with our capital. Alright, and it's also along the water, which is nice. National focuses. Alright, so it's not a particularly large national focus. But that's okay. That's alright. Hopefully it's a good one. Alright, well let's go ahead and start with Sanity Lost. The destitute of the Deadwood did not take kindly to the flames of war. We get the event Sociogenesis. Alright. Interesting. Now, onto our military. We do actually have some Mirelurk troops. Malulu's Clutch. Combat width of 20, so very good. These divisions have 125 Mirelurks in them. They're amphibious. So does that mean... I'm not sure exactly what that means for them to be amphibious, to be honest. Does that mean they can swim in the ocean? I'm not really sure. Let's take a look at our... So, yeah, we have Malulu's Clutch. Amphibious Platoon. That's cool. They look like little Loch Ness monsters on the... on their... you know, brigade icons. That's kind of cool. I like that. All right, so these guys look very cool. Yeah, pretty strong. I assume they're probably pretty difficult to train up. It just says that I guess they use manpower. We don't need anything special, huh? And then we do have some regular old humans, the Coral Worshippers. They're much worse. They have a combat width of 6, and a lot less manpower. But I guess, you know, we're gonna need them. Look at the soft attack on these Mirelurks. 65 soft attack, 30 hard. Heck, yes. Can we... I mean, do they take anything? Do they use anything? Do they use infantry? Okay, amphibious creatures. Is that something that has to be made? Oh, okay, here we go. Amphibious creatures have to be created with a factory. All right. That's good to know. Do they take... basic weaponry or anything? I guess, well, let's train one. Or how about 2? We'll train 2. Doesn't look like they use infantry equipment but they do use amphibious creatures. So, all right, we'll just put some in training. In the meantime, let's take how many do we even have? We only have 3 Malulu's Clutch, and it looks like 4 human divisions. Alright, so let's get the time going. Do we have any good leaders? We do. We have Coral Prophet Anastasia, and we have Malulu himself? Herself? I don't know if Malulu is a gender to pick or not. So I see Malulu could be a commanding officer, but I'm actually just gonna select it. Her? I don't know. Does it use... I don't know what to call it. I'll just say it. Malulu, it. Just to be a regular army commander. Port Maw is trying to push us around. We will not be pushed around, okay? Not gonna happen. Which one are you, Port Maw? This one? Indeed. And, then we'll put you under... a commander as well here. Alright, so there's you 4. And then we'll give you Coral Prophet Anastasia. Very good defense. Very little attack, I see. We'll also put you on the line. All right, sanity lost. Osteogenesis. The destitute of the Deadwood did not take kindly to the flames of war. After the new world was made from the ashes of the old, the survivors were left, but not a single road to travel. No purpose. For the fires not only burned their homes, but their very identity. How do we live in a world like this? Asked the once soldier. He was right. Humanity as it wasn't meant for this world. Quickly, the destitute began to lose hope. The fruits they ate to nourish themselves slowly draining away at their minds as their bodies wasted away from radiation. It would take a new way of survival to survive through this age. For now, the destitute would have to survive. Which fruits did the ruddy man pick? Okay. The blood red fruits give us war support. Not that worried. The serene green fruits, stability, and as many as he hold, you get 5% of each. I think stability is more important, if I'm going to be honest. Stability gives us political power, factory output, all that sort of stuff. So the serene green fruits. Sanity found. After one is hurt, the scars might last forever. The pain, it fades away. All right, so we're kind of talking into some riddle form, huh? We also have a little fleet, the Meyer fleet, with 3 light canoe hulls. You know what? Research. We didn't even look at. All right, so these are the doctrines, still the old doctrines, yes. Tech levels. Ooh, infantry, support, special forces, all level 1 creatures. We do get up to intermediate. So almost everything is tech level 1. Not ideal, if we're being honest. So let's look at creatures. So Mirelurk. So we could at least get up to kill claws. But we would need sophisticated to get up to blood rage Mirelurks and Mirelurk kings. Man, that sure would be cool. That would be very cool. Are there any factions that get death claws? There must be somewhere. That would be cool. Huh. I don't know. The death claws must be somewhere. I just don't know who is out there that gets that, huh? All right. Sanity found. The 4th road of the dead. After one is hurt, the scars might last forever. The pain, it fades away. The destitute were led by the ruddy man in their early years, a helpful soul eager to guide the addled and drugged back on the road set out for them to find them a new identity. The ruddy man taught the destitute to let go of the past, to see forwards rather than back. They began to watch the ways of the wildlife of the Crowlands, in particular to the Mirelurks. Okay. The Mirelurks, unlike the humans, were made for this world, and thus they thrived in it. Long after the ruddy man left the destitute, they would continue to watch the wilds and copy them, dipping their newborns in the swamps and feeding exclusively on the same fluorescent mutt fruit that the Mirelurks fed on. Eventually, after enough years, the Mirelurks began to no longer see the destitute as a threat. They were but one people. How long would this transformation have taken the destitute before they saw themselves this way as well as the Mirelurk tribe? Okay, so these wandering people, I guess they saw how well the Mirelurks had, thrived in this post-war world, and so looked up to the Mirelurks and decided to try and emulate them as best population. So how long did it take for them to look at this? So 1 generation. Crowlands adds a building slot and 200 caps. 2 generations, 2 building slots and 100 caps. Or 3 generations, just 3 building slots. So right now, how many building slots do we have in the Crowlands, by the way? That's infrastructure level. Oh, almost none. Okay, just 1. We've used 1 out of 1. Caps are nice. I think I'll take the middle road. I'll take 2 generations. So 2 building slots and 100,000 caps. All right. The Coral Courts. For many in the wasteland, the Mirelurk Tribe have taken our way of life too far. Okay. We'll see what that's all about. What do they mean? Obviously, at some point, I'm going to want to get some advisors. But obviously, I have very little in the way of political power. So it looks like there's some pretty good options to choose from. All right, the Coral Court already. Legacy of the Ruddy Man. For many in the wasteland, the Mirelurk Tribe have taken our way of life too far. The Mirelurk Tribe has all but embraced their identity as Mirelurks in human skin. They wear old Mirelurk carapaces as armor, use their slime to color their skin, and protect their eggs at all cost. All right, so the people have gone fully embedded with Mirelurks, huh? In recent years, however, this dynamic has changed. A group of wise men and oracles known as the Coral Court have taken control of the Mirelurk Tribe to, quote, help the tribe on their path. These oracles attest that the Ruddy Man wasn't a man, but a Mirelurk Queen of old. Under the Coral Court, the Mirelurk Queen Malulu, a great Mirelurk Queen that the court protects utterly, is treated as a god. Of the bloodline of the Ruddy Man and heir to the coasts of Oregon. Among many of the Mirelurk tribe, it's hard to say whether the Coral Court uses Malulu to control the tribe's bidding, or if Malulu uses both the tribe and the Coral Court as underlings to help spread her domain. Which do you feel is right? Well, I don't think a Mirelurk Queen would be getting pushed around by some humans, right? Let's see. None stand above Malulu. Crown lands gain a civilian workshop, or the Coral Court serves Malulu and the tribe serves the court. Gives an arms workshop. I will take the none stand above Malulu. That just seems right. That feels right, and the civilian workshop as well. All right, so now we can actually branch out into 3 different options. They don't look like they're mutually exclusive, so maybe we can do some of each. Okay, coral construction, oof. Arms and civilian. Seen to our queen's needs, political power. Consult the oracles, also political power. I think I would like some political power right now so I can get some advisors that hopefully would be helpful. Let's go. Seen to our queen's needs. The Coral Court have always been in charge of tending to Malulu's needs. It is time we tend to the god of the Mirelurk once again. So, again, that is political power plus 150. But that's 30 days. So we're starting to get into some longer focuses. Let's see. Is anything gives me claims on anybody? All right. Looks like there's one way down here. Nagasta Kavata Kavas. Oracle on Troll Warren, Carcass Walkers, Rib Breakers, and the Apostles. But that's way down the line. I'm going to want to conquer some stuff by then, right? 265 days. I feel like we're going to want to conquer some stuff before then. Like, Carcass Walkers, they can't be that difficult to conquer, right? I almost feel like I'm going to want to get something started over here sooner rather than later. Speaking of which, how is this going? It's going to be a long time, it looks like, before we're going to be able to put out any of this amphibious creatures, but hopefully soon I can get some more arms workshops soon. That's going to be my goal soon. All right. Seen to our queen's needs is done. So speaking of arms workshops, let's go over here to coral construction. The use of coral as a building tool among our people is paramount, both as a cultural symbol and for the many creative uses we have found for it. So the Crowlands gets an arms workshop and a civilian workshop. So let's get that. I need to get some more factories in amphibious creatures, because as of now, we're just making 1 a week. So that would be a long time. Our resource production. Infantry, support. Support is always good to learn. Oh, let's go to creatures. Okay, proper feed is way... That's a few years out before we can even do that. Robots, land doctrine. Oh, outsider warfare. Let's see, that's mutants. Mutants. Alright, that's all mutants. Does anything... Do any of these doctrines help with creature? Ancient tactics or wasteland tactics? Okay, so this one has creature units with breakthrough. Locals, creature, enforces dog, walking infantry, war beast, army, war beast, creature units. So, oh, but this also does some creature units on this side. But do any of these other ones do creature units? No. And I don't think it would be refined. Asymmetric. I guess we should probably do some asymmetric warfare, right? I think that would be best for someone using creatures. Okay. So I'm going to put one of my research slots, at least for now, on that. Oh, I would like to go ahead and start justifying on the old... What were these people's name? Carcass walkers. I'm going to justify them. I know it's really early, and it's going to take 275 days, but I feel like let's go ahead and start justifying on somebody. All right. Now, we do have some more political power. Economic advisor. Ooh, production efficiency growth is nice. Construction speed's nice. Scoundrel. All right, so well painter might be good. Cultural advisor. I mean, Ghost Dancer Minok. Okay. Coral construction is done, so let's go back because I want to select somebody. Ghost Dancer Minok gives me a monthly population of plus 15%, so that's pretty good. That would add up. And stability, another 5. Again, more stability is always good. Tribal Elder, that's pretty nice too. Wow. All right. We got some good options down here in cultural advisors. So I'm going to pick Ghost Dancer Minok for now. Midwife of the tribe, and get that stability and monthly population growth. Okay. Coral construction is done. Conch knives. Or I guess it's conch. Conch knives. Okay, that would add 2 arms workshops. Conch knives made from sharpened conch shells are becoming a rather popular commodity among our fighters. Let's make more. Sounds like a good idea. Let's make more conch knives. So with that, here, I want to put the amphibious creatures at the top. So there we go. Let's start making more, please. Okay, excellent. All right, wars are starting to break out across the land. Washington Brotherhood is fighting. All right, Navarro territories down to the south. So I assume we're not particularly evil or bad at the same time. We're just kind of Mirelurks, right? I mean, we are what we are. We're creatures. We do what we want. All right, 2 more factories into the Mirelurks. All right, so I'm going to pump that up to, we got 4 factories in the amphibious creatures now. Okay. Infantry equipment, not really a too big of a need there. Craft coral tools. That sounds good. Coral tools such as hammers, nails, and daggers is important for us. The more we make now means the less we have to make later. Well, you know, I can't really argue with that kind of logic. So, Culp Creek will get 2 civilian workshops. Generally, I kind of like a little bit of balance, so I'm getting some arms workshops, some civilian. Feel like it'll pay some long-term dividends, I hope. Alright. Work as needed is done, along with improvised tools. So let's get woodworking for our construction speed. And those are a little ahead. Engineering, I guess let's go with the combat language. Okay, I can get another cultural advisor. So peaceful origins for stability. Yes, I know that does lower war support. I don't think I'm that worried about war support. Or tribal elder, which gives me more daily political power, mobilization speed, and recruitable population factor. So snake-eyed Morless, I do like you. I am going to pick you up. All right? All right. Wow, that was fast. By the way, this is a new computer, which is much better than the one I had by a long shot. So I think things are... they just go a little bit quicker too, which is nice. Okay, coral homes and some infrastructure. I do always like infrastructure. So let's do coral homes, 30 days. We have gotten some rather big sheets of coral off of the seafloor. We could use this coral to improve the housing of our tribesmen. So, yep, I got a new computer. It's got a AMD Ryzen 7, even though I've always been an Intel guy. Oh, no! Uh-oh. Well, so much for carcass walkers. I probably lost that justification as well. All that political... Well, that was a... Okay. Troll Warren is absolutely wrecking him. So should I... I don't know. I don't know who I should put a claim on, maybe. We'll talk about that. So AMD Ryzen 7, though I've typically been an Intel guy. It has a NVIDIA, what, RTX 5070, I think is what it has, which is just light years ahead of what I had. A 1 terabyte solid state hard drive, and I think 32 gigs of RAM. So, I mean, look how fast that time is speeding up through there. Crazy fast. So, there you go. All right, coral homes. So, a little bit more infrastructure. Oh, man. Okay. The freighter fortress. There is no harder metal in the wasteland than the old freighters. Perhaps we should base our tribe's home out of one of these washed-ashore freighters. I mean, if they're just sitting there. So, manpower plus 500. And 3 civilian workshops in the Crowlands. Heck yeah. Oh, speaking of that, we're on wasteland economy. Oh, I need to get this to well-equipped army. So let's not spend any more, because that's hurting us right now. Big time. All right. All right. Start producing. All right. Combat language is done. All right. So Troll Warren actually defeated... Darn it. Yeah, I would like to have that political power back. All right. First, Citizen Lynette wins re-election in Vault City. All right. Let's research Ohm's Law. Just kind of researching some of this first level stuff. Yeah. Honestly, just in case Troll Warren is somehow able to throw up, you know, attack me for some reason, let's get over here and entrench so we can defend ourselves. How are these coming along? He's coming. He's getting there. All right, the freighter fortress is done. Excellent. Let's see. Where to go? I think I like staying in this left side. I'm really enjoying pumping up some of my factories and all that. Let's research, focus on defend the tribe. We need to defend the tribe. Those who are too weak to defend themselves are the most important to keep safe. So that will give us manpower, which, first of all, the coral worshippers, I don't like you being in I'll put you on default at least. And, oh, we don't have any army experience in order to change any of that. So at some point, we'll need to do that. Okay, 150. I want to go ahead and put you on well-equipped army right now. That's just better for building. All right. Basic melee weaponry. What are my coral worshippers even using? Militia. They're using infantry equipment. Huh. I mean, I feel like guns is probably better than knives, right? Where's research here? Now we can only do... Oh, the conch knife, though, is kind of a specialty of ours, right? It's not as strong in a defense. It's the same in soft attack. Same as hard attack as a basic weaponry. So is there really any reason not to go to guns over melee? Let's see, soft 5 and 5. Okay, soft attack. You do get a little bit more soft attack with the heavy melee weaponry. You know what? I never do any melee, so maybe we will go with basic. Well, it currently selected infantry. I guess melee counts as infantry equipment. So if we go up and select, well, they have pipe guns. They all have pipe guns. So what if I took some coral worshippers and yeah, basic melee. Yeah, let's make some more. Let's make 4 more. Yeah, so it's using the basic melee weaponry. All right, so we're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna be melee. All right, defend the tribe is researched. Let's get rock tossers. When the metal birds fly over us, we must be ready with sticks and stones, catapults, slingshots, arrows, whatever we can find. So Crowlands gets 2 anti-air randomly. And then, but I was really doing it for the 2 infrastructure. Well, yes, the that will take down the vertibirds. Sticks and stones and arrows. Yeah, that's it. That'll do it. That'll do it. Exploration for technology. Oh, that's yeah. I probably do need to set up a scavenging program, don't I? Yes, I think I do. Yep. All right, let's set up our scavenging program. How much money do I even have? Oh, I have 136. So let's do that. Be worth it. Oh, I probably also need to set up my intelligence agency at some point as well. We might as well just do it. Let's just do it. Be done with it. I wonder if he'll attack me. He only has a -5 opinion of me. Alright, research. Foraging. Alright, so still in our asymmetric warfare. Oh, this actually gives us recruitable population 5%. Cool. I like that. Alright, Ohm's Law and woodworking have been researched. Let's go over to infantry. Actually, let's do tribal. All right, since this is kind of let's do tribal. So organized military society. Cap's income is down. Cap's expenses goes down even further. And we get 6 passive caps. I mean, I don't know how good that really is, but all right. Naval modules. Oh, this is all new, isn't it? These naval modules? Okay, so that's been updated. That's cool. Naval, air, creatures. Yeah, we can't do anything else in creatures, vehicles. Oh, we literally cannot research. Oh, we can't do any basic tech there. All right. Alright, support equipment, MSAW, engineering, industry. Let's do the tribal huts. Alright, rock tossers is done. So 2 more infrastructure for Crowlands. Okay. Alright, I think for now we'll come back to some of this stuff. Let's go over here. Defend the river, army experience, stability, Crowlands. Okay. Plant for the next harvest. Sure, the Crowland grows a plenty amount of food on its own. If we aren't careful, though, we will strip the land dry. For every mutt fruit we take, we must plant 10 more. So this will grow the Crowland's population by 5,000, which is good because they're way under right now. I really do need to get a chief of army going, don't I? Or wait, no, I should say a theorist. Outsider warfare research. What are we doing on our? We're doing asymmetric. So do either of these theorists help us? Not necessarily. I guess we could do this one. Just so much there's a lot. Yeah, political power. Just need more gosh darn political power. Anything left that does do that? Political power gain 10%. That adds more stability. Chief of army. I'm going to go ahead and get the military theorist just so I can just start getting that army experience so I can make changes, all right? So she who knows of ways, let's get that army experience going because my militia groups, guys, I really would like to add some more manpower to it, strengthen them up a little bit. All right, meeting of the Coral Prophets. The Coral Court often has secret meetings outside of the public's awareness. Few are aware of the details of such shadowy meetings. However, often the effects of them can be rather far-reaching. Stability plus 15%. We're going to be stable as you know what, guys. All right. All right. More militia. Whoa. Okay. Okay, Warren is attacking the rib breakers. I don't like that. Alright. I am going to put a war goal on the Troll Warren. Because I think they're going to win this war. But maybe... Oh, it'll only take 80 days. Okay. That's excellent. Alright, let's get a... operative. Headhunter Westman. Let's see. Build an intel network. In the Troll Warren. Alright, tribal huts was researched. Let's get work camps. Excellent. Mr. Bishop retains power in New Reno. I'm going to go ahead and deploy this one new amphibian unit so that the other one can start getting some units put into it. Alright, so with that in mind... We need to get you on the border. If I'm lucky, maybe we can get this war in, you know, maybe while they're even still fighting, perhaps. Or I could possibly let the Troll Warrens win. I mean, they're going to have to be somewhat depleted, right, at the time? I don't know. Defend the river. It is time we check on our old river fortifications. Defending the river is the key to keeping the cannibals out of Malulu's domain, after all. So, army experience plus 15. Heck yeah. So, like, if we go to Coral Worshippers, add, first of all, these are crappy militia. I kind of wonder if we should start mutant platoon. Actually, start maybe changing them over to some legitimate, you know, infantry instead. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start putting infantry in there instead. Alright. Alright, free civilian factory. Alright. Alright, the Reclamation Authority. The old world secret will be ours. Oh, at least 60 infantry equipment stored. I do not have 60 stored, but I will soon. I should probably get another arms factory going. So right now, Troll Warren, I guess they have pushed out. Alright, defend the river. I kind of might go focusless for a minute just to wrap, beef up some political power for a bit. Alright, so I just added another infantry division. Alright, the NCR was victorious in Navarro, so NCR keeps that going. Yeah, see, now I'm getting almost 2.5 political power a day. That's going to help. Organized military society. See, the only reason I might let the Troll Warren do their thing, because if they win this war, then I can go to war and take all of it. If I go to war now, then I would, have to fight off the rib breakers for war points, all that sort of jazz. So I might actually let that go. Okay, so I finished my first tribal, so there's a couple things I can do. Let's go to infrastructure standardization. Gives me 7.5 construction speed and factory repair. I like that. I like to build stuff fast. Insufficient energy. Okay. Interesting. How are we? Yeah, we're short on infantry equipment. I know. Here, let's get an arms factory going. All right. Chief of Army, title Terror or Amphibious Creature. So I am going to hire Obed, the Tide Hunter. Amphibious creatures gain 15% soft attack. I think I like that better, if I'm being honest. Okay, my justification is done, but like I said, I might let the Troll Warrens keep going, because they're winning. Oh, they're winning big time. Okay. I hope I have enough troops here.
Boss?
I'm going to go ahead and deploy this amphibious creature, and I am going to train the heck out of these guys so they're more ready. Alright, so Malulu, you can learn some stuff. You're a swamp troll. I don't know how much marsh we're going to be fighting in. Alright, is there anything in here that buffs creatures? Animal friend, creature units attack and defense. So I guess that would be one. And that should help with the dogs too, right? If I get dogs. Alright, so let's give Malulu Animal Friend, at least for now, just the one. And you're going to be my human leader, so I probably want to give you Mysterious Stranger. I will be switching you over all to infantry when I can. Alright, train, so that y'all are about as ready as possible when the time comes. Which looks like it may be soon. I kind of want to slow down. I think what I would prefer to do is wait to start the war until after the next episode. This is coming to Troll Warren victory here pretty gosh darn soon, it looks like. Ooh, yeah, I am short on infantry equipment.
Hoy.
Alright, you're at least no longer any rookies. And I want to train until this Malulu's Clutch is no longer a rookie as well, at least. Alright, foraging. So, recruitable population factor goes up. Alright, improvised obstructions. So equipment capture ratio of plus 5%. Huh. Army gains also 5% hard and soft attack. That sounds pretty good. Tribal. Let's get AT rifle mastery. Army gains 25% piercing. Okay. That sounds cool to me. Oh, look at that. They kind of fought back there for a minute. They got back in Belknap Springs. Which is, honestly, I'm fine with that. The longer they can drag this out, the better. Work the troll warren down a little bit, right? Work them down. Work them down. Alright, arms factory. Let's get that in basic melee weaponry here. We gotta pump that up. Alright, I have more political power. Military high command. Ooh, aspect of the soft shell. Army experience gain plus 10%, but even better, recruitable population factor 10%. Yes. I will. Alright, another military high command. Let's see, division organization's good. Division speed's really good. I don't know what to choose on that one. Let's go look at economic advisor. Let's get Ghost Dancer Tupi. He's the one that improves our production efficiency growth. 10%. Yes. Yes. Oh, they lost Belknap Springs again. Alright, infrastructure standardization so we can build faster. Scavenging efforts. More factory output, higher production efficiency cap. Yes, please. Yes, please. I would like that. Alright, if we go to our coral worshippers, how much to switch to infantry on some of these? Is it really adding... It added equipment population, but is the manpower the same? I don't know. But the icon changed at least, so that's good. Okay, obviously that took more infantry equipment, so it must be slightly more manpower to switch to infantry. That's okay. Oh, they are just about gone. This guy's surrounded, so he's going to be destroyed. Alright, free civilian factory. Let's get another arms factory. Arms workshop, I guess, as they're called. We need to move the front line down one more. Am I at a river here? Is this a river? Can't really see. Looks like there is some river here, but I can't see where it stops, because this is a bridge. Alright, there we go. Ooh, I hope I know what I'm doing here. Alright, Malulu's clutch. Just hold tight. Yeah, I need to make more amphibious creatures, because even them I'm a little under. Mending the schism. It seems the heretics to our southern border have finally made an attempt at reconciling our differences. While they ultimately reject outright submission, they feel that us working together in the face of the current adversaries to the east might be a worthwhile investment for us both. After all, if one of us were to fall, then surely the other would as well. Ooh. Okay, the apostles get the event they accepted. Okay. Mirelurk Tribe annexes the apostles, replaces the Coral Court with the reformed Coral Court. Okay. Daily people support. Recruitable population factor minus 10%. What is Coral Court now? Right now it's 20%. So that would be a 30% swing, right? No. No, we will never work with heretics. I just hope they don't declare war on us now. That would be terrible timing. Alright. They are almost over. Wow, and they have totally abandoned... Oh, that's why, because the justify war goal is gone. Let's get it going again. It only costs 9 political power. Alright. New spawning pools needed. After the last meeting, the Coral Court has decreed that we need more spawning pools for Malulu's next lane. I agree. How should we go about getting enough land to fit all the eggs she will be laying? Well, we'll build new spawning pools. However, that gives us political power. All right, the Troll Warren has won. All right, I'm going to run this out until we get the Justify War goal again, and that's where we're going to stop. They don't look very low on there. They look pretty gosh darn strong, don't they? That kind of worries me. Alright, AT Rifle Mastery. Air attack. I don't have any air. How do I get this stuff? Brad Stags. Warrior training. Additional plate. Okay, so I need to research more stuff before I get that. Infantry. The conch knife. We are close. Let's go ahead and research the conch knife. I'm a little ahead. Alright, new spawning pools needed. So that's done. Let's go over here to this side. Consult the oracles. The oracles are eager to share their knowledge with us. We should ask them the knowledge they hold. More political power. Holy smokes. Military high command. I think I like organization of 10%. I feel like that'll do us well. Born warriors. Okay. Economic advisor. Pre-war designs. I don't have any major businesses. Oh, yeah, major businesses. Anything that has anything to do with creatures by chance? No. We could get medical company, which I always like. Oh, melee weapon research. Okay, well, this does improve melee, so the smiths... Are we strong enough? I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure if we're strong enough, but this is where we are going to stop for today for our first episode. So, war is coming to our doorstep soon, I believe. I think we are going to go to them, of course. Yeah. Almost could pick up the apostles first, possibly. But no, I think the Troll Warren might be wise to try and get them before they get too big. So, look, guys, I sure would appreciate the support of a like, a subscribe, and of course, comments. I would love to read your comments. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing where this series goes with the Mirelurk Tribe. Been playing as a creature tribe. We've done power armor. We've done ghouls. We did regular humans in Vault City, and now we're doing a creature-focused faction, which is pretty cool. So I look forward to seeing you all very soon for the next episode, and have a good one. Bye-bye.